All right. So we have the Are You OK standings, as Phil Taylor has named it. So after the weekend's matches, we have the North Stars still sitting on top with 26 points. The Lightning second on 17. The Brave in third on 15. The Rhinos in fourth on 10. And the Adrenaline in fifth on 6 points. We did talk about the Brave getting a big win, and they're just inching closer and closer to squeezing those top two, making it a little bit hot under the collar for the North Stars and the Lightning. I'm big on the Brave, and I think they're going to really make a strong run for the top spot. Very interesting.
I totally agree, Dookie. I find that whole thing that the Lightning have basically responded the last 2 weeks to the Braves suddenly picking up a lot of points to keep themselves in second. It's quite interesting.
But if you look at the teams that are outside the playoff picture, if the Rhinos win those 2 games in hand, they go above the Brave, right? And if you look at the Adrenaline, if they win their 4 games in hand over the Lightning, they go ahead of the Lightning. So I know people are like, the Hellyer Conference is, you've got the 3 top teams in the league all in that conference. But if you're after a playoff race, this is the conference that's going to provide the most interesting storylines and changes in the back half of the season.
And the Rhinos, so they play Adelaide in Adelaide. So that's going to be massive.
And last season, those games were phenomenal games. Rhinos in Adelaide.
They were the only two games Rhinos won all season last year. So I'm sure they'll be hoping to follow that again this season. But I also think the North Stars Brave game on the 29th of this month, that'll be a big one for both teams. I think sort of finishing off that series of playing against each other. I think it's a crucial one for North Stars to win, but one that the Brave are going to be very hungry for in their own rink.
Courtney, I don't know if I'm right on this. I think I am. But if the North Stars win, it'll be the first time the North Stars fully sweep the series versus the Brave since 2014.
Yeah, correct. So it's been a long time since we've done that. So, yeah, I think North Stars fans out there will agree. We're very much hoping for a good result. So, and I know a number of fans are going to track down there to watch and cheer them on.
And I think when you look at the North Stars sitting on top, and we talk about the Brave and the Lightning still hanging around, and the Rhinos potentially with those games in hand, GG, with the North Stars welcoming the Ice and the Thunder this weekend, they can really stamp their claim as a real contender this season. If they can get 2 wins back to back on home ice against 2 quality oppositions, they'll solidify themselves at the top there.
I also think that this table also just showcases how crazy the AI schedule ends up being every season, where you have teams that are on vastly different amount of games played, like Adelaide 11, Brave on 16. Like, that's huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yep, that's exactly what Paul Finesse wanted us to mention. Games played in Rurak. Worth mentioning, Tory Diver, don't jinx us, Sean, is the message from Tory. And Andrew John Egan is on the Rhinos to storm in.
All right, we can move across to the Hellyer Conference. And the Melbourne Ice find themselves at the number 1 spot once again with 40 points. The Bears in second spot, 39. The Thunder in third on 32. The Mustangs in fourth on 17 points. The Ice Dogs in fifth on 11 points. What do we all see from this conference here? It looks like it's pretty set in stone, as we mentioned before, unless the Mustangs are absolutely lights out for the rest of the season and they have results go their way. But it looks like those top
massive.
Yeah. It looks like the top 3 are the top 3 at this time of the year, which is disappointing in a way as a hockey fan. You want to see it go down to the wire in that playoff race, as you said before, GG, with the Rurak Conference. But what do we see from this conference?
Well, this weekend at Macquarie Ice Rink, all 3 teams are going to be playing. We'll get to that a bit later, obviously. But the Thunder have 2 games in hand on the Bears, 7 points in behind. So that's really close, and Perth match up well against the Bears traditionally. And yeah, that's and the Melbourne Ice play the Bears on Sunday for the second time this season. So there's a bit of intrigue around there. Yeah, I think there'll potential for some movement in that top 3.
I think it's a real battle over who's actually going to take that top spot this season in the Hellyer Conference.
I think it makes any game that involves the Ice and the Bears very exciting to watch, to see who's going to come out with the points. And when it's 1 point difference for that top spot to not have to play on the Friday, I feel like they'll be hungry for that. And so there's certainly 2 teams to watch closely just to see who's going to actually hit that point and maybe pull away, or if it's going to stay this close all the way to the end.
Well, we could have top spot change twice across the weekend if the results fall a certain way. We could have the Bears on top after Saturday, and then the Ice could be back on top on the Sunday.